Good morning. My name is Michael R. Roser, and I am co-founder and chief facilitating coach for my company Strategic Life Coaching, LLC. Please visit us for this video and more at our website at abundantlifeslc.com. And I wanted to talk this morning about just the state I think that a lot of us are in. And I've been hearing a lot from very dear friends and folks that I keep in contact with on the phone. And just this is getting old, for everybody. And we're struggling through just trying to get along each day and stay safe and stay healthy. And it occurred to me that most of the conversations I've been having lately have been focused on what we can't do. And I've been able, I think, to look at that through living a spiritual life and trying to keep myself in balance. That these days I'm trying anyway to look at what I can do versus what I can't do. It's very uncomfortable. As human beings, I believe that God, as I understand God, made us social in nature, and we do like to gather at places like worship, workout clubs, taverns, golf clubs, and the like, and we haven't been able to do that. And I believe strongly that as far as myself and my life, that this was given to me, albeit uncomfortable, for me to take the opportunity. And I find it coincidental that it was during Lent that I'm supposed to be looking introspectively anyway. And so what I've been trying to do is, again, focus on what I can do. And I find myself reading more. I find myself being closer to scripture. I found myself doing spring cleaning very early and organizing my garage and my hobby room and my office and, cleaning out years worth of files that I no longer need and shredding them and so on. And that process for me has been, wonderful, because I feel more at peace. I feel more organized while I feel uncomfortable and disconnected from the people that I love. I'm able at least to, again, focus on what I can versus can't do. And a while ago, my sponsor was talking to me about the way that I was living my life, and I was focusing on the past, and I was very fearful of the future, thereby missing today, the present day, and what it can give to me. And he made the analogy, and I thought it was a great one, that I was in the middle of a river that had a pretty decent current, and I was holding a 4x8 piece of plywood, and I was holding that out in front of me, staring at that piece of plywood day after day, trying to push that up against the current of the river, trying to get back to a way of life that I wanted, that I felt that I had lost. And it occurred to me at that point the work that it takes to keep going back to old angers, old resentments, and old things that were in my life. And being isolated, I find those thoughts returning. And so my point today is, if I focus on that and I focus on the past, it takes a lot of work and inertia to push that piece of plywood up the river. And so it was suggested to me that I stop, take that board, put it on top of the water, and climb on top of it and let that current, let that flow of life take me where it's going to take me. Thusly, I'm not in control of where it's going. I'm not in control of how fast I'm going, but I certainly can sit up there, be at peace, and I can watch as I go down that river all of the beautiful sights and sounds that are around me as I go. And a couple of quick stories about this virtual reality that we're in. Yes, I can't be with people physically, and I'm a hugger. Anybody who knows me knows that. And I found at Easter, sitting around our laptop, and my future daughter-in-law, God bless her, had a great idea. She said, well, we can't be together, but let's get together virtually. So she sent out an invitation, organized it all the aunts and uncles and grandparents and brothers and sisters were on this computer, all there. We could see each other, and we just sat and chatted for a couple of hours. And amongst that, the joy of my future son-in-law and daughter-in-law announced that they were pregnant and having a baby. And so my fiance is going to become a grandmother, and my dear father-in-law and mother-in-law are going to be great grandparents. And what a joy that was, and what a better time to do that on Easter Sunday. And so even though we weren't there, we really were. And we took a picture via the computer of all of us on there. And it was pretty similar. If we all would have been in one house eating Easter brunch, we would have taken a family picture anyway. And so it was a virtual picture, and it was, absolutely wonderful. And one more thing on this, again, about what we can versus what we can't, is a gentleman that I love dearly moved away to Florida, retired after a very fine business career, is living the spiritual life as I am. And I hadn't seen him or talked to him in quite some time, probably about 6 months, only on phone. And come to find a couple days ago that he dialed into our meeting virtually from Florida, 1,200 miles away, and there he was, and got to talk to him, got to see him. It was absolutely wonderful. So while this certainly is getting old, and I pray for the people who are sick and recovering, and my heart goes out to you, let's all try to do our part to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay committed any way that we can to our friends, family, and those we love. All right, you take care. Hope that helps. Have a great day today. Bye now.